Have you ever gone to use your makeup brushes only to find that they were filthy dirty? What about your beauty sponges, such as the Beauty Blender? Is it covered in foundation? Have you ever felt that you just haven't had enough time to clean them and that's why they're just so filthy dirty? Well, hey there guys, I'm Kayla from Kayla's Place, and I'm here to tell you it's okay. It happens. Sometimes we just forget to clean our makeup brushes, or sometimes we're just too busy to clean them, but I'm here to tell you the importance of why you need to, and show you my favorite way to clean them. So let me take this off, get into something a little bit more comfortable, and show you my favorite techniques. Much better. Okay, hey guys, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about cleaning makeup brushes. Since I did just get home from a job and I have a bunch of cleaning to do, I just wanted to show you like a little example of how I clean my makeup brushes and what I use and all that good stuff. So I hope that you'll stick around and keep on watching. So for today, I'm just going to show you a few of my personal brushes because then I'm going to go and spend probably an hour cleaning all the rest of my kit brushes. So for now, I'm just going to show you some of my personal brushes and an example of one of my friend's brushes that hasn't been cleaned in a few months, and why you really need to clean them. So as far as makeup brushes go, and your beauty sponges, for personal use, they should probably be cleaned as often as possible. If you can do it every week, that would be amazing. But if you can do it every month for personal use, that's, plenty because it's just your own face. You should really consider cleaning them more often because that will not only help keep bacteria away from your skin, because brushes and beauty sponges especially harbor a lot of bacteria. So the more often that you can clean them for yourself, the better they are, because it'll keep your face cleaner, it'll keep your products cleaner because you're dipping your brushes into products, and if you have acne that you're touching the brush on, it goes right into your product, and then that's like contaminating it basically. So the cleaner that you can keep your brushes, the better. Not only that, but it'll also extend the health of your brushes as well. I know that sounds funny, health of the brushes, but brushes are made to last a long time. When you don't clean them, or if you clean them improperly, and say you soak them and keep them standing straight up, that's gonna ruin your brushes. Or let's say you're using a brush cleaner that contains a lot of alcohol in it, that's going to ruin your brushes as well. So when you're cleaning your brushes properly and taking care of them, they're gonna take care of you as well. Some of my brushes I've had for like over 15 years, and then there's a lot of makeup artists that I've worked with that have had brushes for 20, 30 years. So the longer that you can keep them, the better your investment is on those brushes anyways. And as far as professional use of brushes and cleaning them goes, you must clean them after every client. So let's say you have a bunch of people in your chair, you can use like the quick brush cleaners, like Monda has one, Cinema Secrets is another one, Perry & Spirit, or there's another one called Beauty So Clean Wipeout. Those are all great options for like a quick brush clean in between your clients. But as soon as you finish a job, it's very important to come home and wash them with a very good brush shampoo and, keep them clean, because then that's going to make your investment last a lot longer as well. So let's go ahead and get started. For my brushes, I love to use the London Brush Company, or now known as Sean Richards London brush shampoo. This is the vegan brush shampoo. I've also tried her goat's milk one, which is great as well, but I just like this one. The scent that I have is young coconut milk. This is actually my favorite one because it has, I feel like, the fewest ingredients in it. Literally, the ingredients are olive oil, coconut oil, young coconut milk, tea tree extract, and palm oil. But what I was reading on her website, I know that palm oil is like a scary thing to be using, but according to Sean's website, it says that the palm oil is organic and sustainably sourced, so that no orangutans or their habitats were harmed in getting the palm oil, and it's sustainable. So that is good news as far as this palm oil goes, but you should definitely be careful of what palm oil products that you use, in general. This is an all-natural version of brush cleaner. There's a few other good ones that are on the market as well, such as the Beauty Blender Little Solids or the Beauty Blender Liquid Cleanser. You can use those for the sponges or for brushes. And then there's another one that is by Sonia Roselli, which is called the Tiger's Milk Brush Shampoo. And that one I believe is made with honey and like it's supposed to be on the more natural side. So I haven't tried that one yet, but I've heard people love it. But yeah, I love this one. It's so great. The price is from $18 to $60, but they do offer a professional discount. So this is the largest size, which is 6 ounces, and these are all made in the United States. They were created by a professional makeup artist for professionals, but consumers as well. And they take out all makeup products. So like even you know, for special effects artists. Like it works with glues, spirit gums, it works on, you know, red lipstick, it works with like matte lipsticks, like the liquid lipsticks, it works with eyelash glue, it works with literally everything, glitters, you name it. So this is just what it looks like. It's a brand new one because I just finished my old one. So let's go ahead and get started in shampooing. So I know this isn't the cutest, but right now I just wanted to show you quickly the Beauty Blender Pro Solid. This is another great shampoo option for your beauty blenders. Maybe you can't get a lot of like blush color out or anything like that. So this is a really great option, and I just wanted to show that to you. So first things first, we want to use hot to warm water. And so let me just wait for a second for my water to heat up. It's a little slow in this faucet. But what I like to do is I just wet the brush first. And this one's like covered in bronzer. And then I just swirl it around in here, and you'll be able to see a lot of the product coming out. Like, look at all of that. And then I just take it in my hand and I swirl it around, and it gets a little bit crazy in here. Like, look at all the product coming out. And I just kind of like massage it in, and I go through all of the hairs. And this is a synthetic brush right here. This is one by Hourglass. So I'll show you, you know, how clean it gets. But this shampoo works for both synthetic and natural hair brushes. But I like to really work the product into the brush. And then when I'm done, I just sort of like shake the brush a little bit. That way I can get any excess water out. And see how nice and clean it got? It's like back to being like perfect condition, and then I'm just gonna let it dry. With synthetic brushes, I noticed that they take a little bit longer to dry, maybe like a couple hours, whereas with natural hair brushes, they usually take like 45 minutes, maybe even less. Depending on the size of the brush. So now I'm just going to go ahead and do this other side. And when you like shake your brush out to get the rest of the water out, it really helps to help it dry better. And then when I'm done, I just go ahead and I put it on like a nice towel that will absorb any excess water. So next I want to work on a natural hair brush. This is Goat's Hair. This is one by Rephr, which is R-E-P-H-R. It's a really nice blush brush or highlighting brush, or powder brush in general. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing. As you can see, it's covered in like a really high pigmented blush. So let's go ahead and wash it. So something that this shampoo is really good at doing is taking pigment out of white brushes. Sure, you'll still get a little bit of a stain, but it's because it's white hair and it happens over time. It's not that big of a deal. But the more you take care of these brushes, the longer that the hair will stay whiter and the longer that they will last. Something that's also a good thing to do when your brushes are dry is you can comb them out with a fine tooth comb. With my Hakuhodo brushes, which are really like fancy Japanese made brushes, they actually recommend combing them out like you would with your hair so there's no tangles, and yeah, it helps keep them nice and soft and clean. Okay, so this one looks pretty good. Now it's time to rinse. There's a little soap on my hands still. Okay. And look how nice and clean that got. All that pink is out of there. and it's just a little bit stained because I've had this brush for a while, and but otherwise it's nice and clean. There's no pigment left in here at all. Let's do another one. So this is a powder brush. It is synthetic. Now I use this every single day, and the funny thing about this is it gets super dirty very easily because it just collects powder. So watch how clean this one gets at the end of this. So another thing that I love about this brush shampoo, besides it being natural, is that it really conditions the brushes. When you're, shampooing these, it helps to nourish the hairs, whether it's synthetic or a natural hairbrush. It really helps to nourish it. So, a lot of people like to use Dawn kitchen soap on their brushes, which I highly do not recommend because that's just very damaging to the natural hairs. And, if you were to use that on your regular hair, it would be damaging to that. With professional brush shampoos like this one, or the Sonia Roselli, or even this Beauty Blender one, it really helps to condition the hairs. It's basically like a shampoo and conditioner in one. So yeah, it's really great, and I love this. You want to keep your brush hairs really nice and soft, otherwise they get all scratchy and pokey, and what fun is doing makeup with scratchy and pokey brushes? You want them to be soft and luxurious. Alright, so this guy is done. Let's get all the soap out of him. And just give it a good wring out, and then shake it. Warning, you will get a dirty mirror from this, so just clean your mirror off afterwards. Okay. And then I'm just going to do a little time lapse real quick, just so I can get some brushes quickly through this video, and yeah. So this is one of my friend's brushes, and it hasn't been washed in a few months. As you can see, it's like caked in with eyeshadow, and that can be really dangerous. So I'm gonna go ahead and wash these for her, and they'll be all nice and clean, so just keep watching. Now you definitely want to wash your brushes more than every 3 months. Like I said earlier, every week is probably best, but if you can do it, once a month, then that's great. But it's definitely important to keep your brushes clean all the time. Now this brush has been stained like a green color because of the like eyeshadow colors that have been used on it, but this is all clean. As you can see inside, there's no remnants of eyeshadow left in here, so it is nice and clean. It's just a little stained because it hasn't been cleaned in a while. Here's another one of those 3-month not cleaned brushes. Like, look at all the product that's coming out over here on the soap. This is why you want to keep them clean. This brush is going to be so happy now that it's clean. Alright, look how much cleaner that brush is. Like I said, stained because it's the white hair, but it's all nice and clean, there's no product remnants left inside, and it is ready to go once it's dry. Alright, and then we have one final one from my friend, and let's see how this one goes. Now see, this is a liner brush, so these are especially important to keep clean because the products that you're using on them go directly, you know, right by your eye. So you want to make sure that these are extra clean. All right, and this guy is all clean as well. Next, I wanted to show you how to clean a beauty blender. So you can use either a brush shampoo like this London Brush Company one or a beauty blender cleanser. This is a solid one. They also have the ones that are like liquid cleansers, but I like the solid one. So let's go ahead and wash this beauty blender up. This soap's very slippery, so be careful. And you want to definitely make sure that you clean your beauty blenders probably after every use, but I mean that would definitely extend the life of your beauty blender because you don't want products like being trapped in there or anything like that. So if you can, try to clean your beauty blenders every use or at least every couple of uses. And you want to really work this soap into the beauty blender because, you know, it really absorbs foundation and concealer and blush or whatever you put on with it. Alright, so this beauty blender is nice and clean. I know it's a little bit yellow, but that's just because I've had it for a few months and it has stained. But as long as you can squeeze it and no foundation comes out of it, then you know that you're nice and clean and good to go. Alright, and then I have one last one that I'm going to show you. Alright, and there we go. All nice and clean. This beautiful beauty blender. Alright guys, so that is it for cleaning those little brushes right there. Now that I'm all like sweaty from doing that, I'm gonna go and do all the rest of my brushes. So that'll probably be another hour's worth of cleaning because I like to get in there really good from using them on everybody else. But don't be afraid to clean your brushes more often than you need to. It's better to do that anyways. And also I wanted to mention that while they're drying, they should remain flat. Let me show you. They should just remain flat like this. Don't dry them facing upwards because that is not going to do anything but seep water down into the ferrule, which could then loosen up the glue and then your hairs will shed or fall out, which, you know, you don't want that because brushes are expensive. So make sure to lay them flat on a nice soft absorbent towel and they will dry all nicely and fluffy and be ready for you to use tomorrow. So yeah. I hope that you guys found this video informative and interesting and that it helped you learn a little something on how to clean your brushes. I mean, I'm sure there's a billion other videos on this, but I hope that this helped you out in some way. Or maybe gave you a new option of a brush shampoo to go and use. Now that I've finished washing those, I'm gonna let them dry. Like I said, it'll probably take like 45 minutes or so for the natural hair brushes, then a couple hours for the synthetic ones to dry. Those ones just take a little bit longer because they are basically plastic. And so yeah, once these are dry, I will just fluff them up a little bit and then I will comb them with a very fine tooth comb just to get out any tangles because it's basically like washing and drying your own hair. You want to keep your hair clean and soft and luxurious. You want to do the same for your brushes and then they will treat you nicely in return. That's it guys. I hope that you liked this and if you did, please give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments, how often do you guys clean your brushes, because I want to know. So thanks again for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, I hope you'll hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!